Okay, with such shocking quick time lapsing, September has passed our phone or whatever calendar you are using. And together with Man United, witnessed the action across the September excluding the 2 weeks international break, but not in a positive way. Let's be honest, September do not do kindly for the Red Devils, rather was treated harshly. Man United in the past September played in 4 Premier League matches, 1 Champions League group match and 1 Carabao Cup match, with a result of 2 wins and 4 losses. Oh boy. The mixed to negative result combining with off-court issues like Anthony allegation and central Erik ten Hag standoff did attract unnecessary attention, in which forces many club statements to be released. Also, with strings of inconsistency, result even have Dutch manager on hot water, so far calling him to be sacked. Twitter trolls were in part of that as well. Besides the negative result, also included skepticism on several players that either to be improved or to be benched. Despite that, there was some positive to be celebrated with the likes of Amrabat class performance in both Palace games. Mason Mount won't be called 007 after obtaining an assist, and Casemiro gradually getting to his previous best form. So in this video, we will be discussing the 5 lessons that we learned after witnessing the September action. In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marvin, codename CM. Welcome to the Code United channel once again. If you stumble into this channel and someone like this kind of content, do please like, share and subscribe to this channel, as each of your precious subscription will be a massive motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring the notification bell for every new upload. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Number 5. Injury crisis. During the start of September, Man United had already suffered numerous injuries to the squad, particularly on the defensive side, where they suffered the most. Going from Varane constant in and out of the team with all kinds of injuries, to Martinez having surgery to his injured foot that was picked up last year against Sevilla, whereby can be justified with his earlier subpar performance in the first couple of games. The worst injury crisis was none other than the fullback spot. Left back Malaysia before the season had been reported to have suffered an unknown injury, hence unavailable for a few weeks to months. And even worse, Shaw also suffered a muscle injury that held him for 2 to 3 months. These injuries had Man United act quick and added Sergio Reguilon by loan from Spurs. Despite their aggression and untired runs in both offense and the defense warned many fans alike. Unfortunately, Reguilon did contract an illness that had him sidelined till after the international break. Besides, on the right back also did not form too well, with Aaron Wan-Bissaka set to miss out with a hamstring injury after the 1-3 loss to Brighton. This injury meant that Dalot was the only available option for both fullbacks. And in the centre back, the death plus injury list was so severe, Erik ten Hag was forced to play a 35-year-old Johnny Evans and a former skipper Harry Maguire that brought us back to 2016. With the benefit of the doubt was that Evans did perform well and whipped an amazing assist during the Burnley game, and Maguire performed well against Crystal Palace at the Carabao Cup. In short, with the injury on the defensive area really hurt Man United build chemistry between the defensive line and goalkeeper. And Man United defense, including some awful errors by Onana, cost with a lot of goals conceded. But the injury and unavailability of selection have Erik ten Hag unable to arrange consistent formation. Number 4. Rashford and Bruno issue. With many Man United fans come and go, it seems Rashford somehow still remained at Man United after making his breathtaking debut. Also, last season, Rashford managed to achieve 30 goals milestone since Robin van Persie a decade ago, being named the most influential or impactful season in the Englishman's career. While Bruno Fernandes was one of the rare signings that delivered with immediate impact to Man United, especially his debut season where see him basically drag Man United out of the mud. Furthermore, his leadership had made positive contribution to the team as well, and this season was made captain of the team by Erik ten Hag. However, during the past September month, both Rashford and Bruno were highly criticized with their performance. As per right now, both Rashford and Bruno appeared in 9 total matches, collected a 4 GA for both of them. Start off with Rashford. After reported signing a 375k per week new contract, Rashford during this stretch of matches was heavily slammed for 2 items, in which were the football IQ and the effort level when it comes to pressing. Especially during the Brighton game, where there was multiple times where Rashford was literally jogging half-hearted to press the opponent, become a negative contrast to Reguilon non-stop pressing the opponent. In addition, Rashford, although contained some level of playmaking at the wing, he was more of a scoring wing, would rather entrust himself to shoot on goal rather than making a better pass to other teammates. With the Burnley game where Casemiro was wide open option as the best example. As for Bruno, was much more complicated. Bruno Fernandes in the Man United was a chance creating machine. However, Bruno with his out of this world final third playmaking often come with low passing accuracy. At his 76% pass accuracy in the Premier League illustrated his high risk reward playstyle. And for the eye test, Bruno was a direct and forward playmaker, sometimes too direct, instead of slow down the play with circulation using short passes. This season, the 3-0 win against Crystal Palace rotation team, Eric Ten Hag opted to drop both Bruno and Rashford, and surprisingly, Man United played the best game of the season with chance after chance and control with loss of tempo determined by Amrabat. But go back to the Premier League with the return of Rashford and Bruno, Man United bottled the game and the overall offense looked rigid, little to no creativity. Highlighted is Bruno and Rashford being too direct, unable to cope with Eric Ten Hag's complicated offense, be the main problem for Man United going forward. Number 3. Onana OMG. The leaving of David De Gea in order for Man United to improve overall wasn't unavoidable. But the problem was the whole situation did by Man United was an embarrassment on how they treat the 4 times Premier League Team of the Year goalkeeper. They have been through all kinds of stuff up and down, thick and thin, for more than 10 years without any ceremony or ovation thanking David for his service to the club. Of course, the signing of Onana brought massive hype as finally Man United had one of, if not the best ball-playing goalkeeper in the footballing world. To add creams on the crop, Eric Ten Hag had worked with the Cameroon goalkeeper during his Ajax day. Yet, the disaster came crashing really quicker than we all expected. Last season, Man United was lauded for their great defense with Martinez aggressive defending and Varane box present, combining with David De Gea unreal goalkeeping had Man United obtained 17 clean sheets during the last Premier League season. However, this season, Man United, under 7 Premier League matches, had already conceded 11 goals. If included other matches, Man United conceded 18 goals in just 10 matches, whereby almost 2 goals per match. The failure in defense can be partially blamed the inconsistent with the defensive lineup, as Man United have a massive injury list at the defense, but Onana's abysmal mistake in both Champions League loss was his mishandle of a soft shot from Sané that unexpectedly went into the goal. Second, he should be forte ball playing. The misplaced to Icardi led to Casemiro send off and penalty that somehow missed by Icardi. This mistake had been absolute unforgiving for many Man United fans that started to question how Onana, going from a man of the match type player in the Champions League final, even had Pep very cautious on him to making mistake after mistake. Some might say the pressure as a goalkeeper for Man United was immense and unbearable at times. But that statement made me wonder if Man United should have kept David De Gea for the sake of helping them cope with it. We'll never know. In a nutshell, after Onana's uninspiring performance would have Eric Ten Hag considered dropping out for a few matches but would sacrifice his ball playing ability out from the back. That would need some serious thinking. Number 2. Højlund, a real threat. Rasmus Højlund came in almost like a savior for Man United offense, as Man United since last season were lagging behind a proper number 9 up front, and he did not disappoint. The Danish striker made his presence felt in the Arsenal game, using his huge and strong frame hold himself back against the goal that really have Gabriel run for his money. Although in Premier League, Højlund was lack of luck in goal scoring department. He was very threatening against Arsenal but did not have the chance to be the final push into goal, and against Brighton, Højlund should have scored a goal despite was called off due to the ball was unconvincingly over the baseline. But in the Champions League is where he was embraced the most. Højlund scored 3 goals in 2 matches, including an impressive solo run where, after receiving a missed pass, he turned on to Jets, using his raw pace to race out the whole Galatasaray defense to shreds and score a perfect chip goal. Højlund had really showcased what Man United missing: a proper poacher or a number 9 that would be a target for any cross or cutbacks. With all honey and bees, there was one concerning area for Højlund. Even standing at 6'3" to 6'4", Højlund did not win many aerial duels. In fact, he only has 25% aerial win rate, show that even at times when GK or the centre backs would go long, Højlund can't be really an effective target man for it. Overall, Højlund in the September month had been the bright spark of light within the abyssal darkness of Man United, and hopefully Højlund can continue his favourable run and be a long-term striker for Man United. Number 1. Eric Ten Hag, job danger. 6 losses in 10 matches would not be acceptable for any Man United fans, let alone any mid-table team. To add on to injury, some of the losses Man United looked lost, and play some of the worst football ever seen. Also, some of the selection of the team had been questionable for Erik ten Hag. For instance, the refusal to sub off Rashford when he was having a stinker game. As for Man United playstyle as a whole, are we a counter-attacking? Are we a possession team? Are we gegenpressing? No one can tell. Basically, Man United do not have a firm identity when it comes to playstyle, and Erik ten Hag seems to not have much of a clue, in spite of saying Man United should be the best transition team, but with no significant effect. As per right now, many pundits or spectators have been calling for the Dutchman job, but lies the problem that who is going to take over, as there was probably very few good managers willing to take this job. Besides that, Man United internally was a mess, with the likeness of uncertainty of the sale on the club, and players' issue with Anthony and Sancho be the best example, have been a negative distraction for Erik ten Hag. As to me though, I still remain full backing on Erik ten Hag, as he had proven to be very good in managing Man United, getting legitimate result under such limited resource. However, since the team around has seen massive improvement while Man United is still struggling to even get themselves right, will be mission impossible for any top level managers. And hopefully, I mean really hopefully, Man United can get a new owner to have a fresh new start from top to bottom, thus Erik ten Hag can have a whole new structure to work with. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? What will be your top 5 lessons learned for Man United September monthly review? Comment down below so we can have a discussion. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one.